This is the mighty Adelong Creek, and nestled on the banks of this creek you'll find the ruins of what once was the Adelong Gold Mill. Gold miners of the day processed millions of dollars worth of gold through this mill and only recovered 50% in the early stages of processing here. So come along on this adventure as I search this amazing creek for amalgamated gold lost to the creek over 100 years ago by the old-time gold miners.
What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we are back at one of my favourite little areas. All this exposing bedrock is a good place to do some gold crevicing. So we are going to get the tools out, start scratching around these cracks and crevices, but ideally what we really want to look for today is mercury coated gold or amalgamated gold. Where we currently are is pretty much just downstream from an old dam wall, and a little bit further up was an old stamp mill where they used to use mercury on a copper table and more or less amalgamate their gold. Back in the 1800s, their technology was not as sophisticated as what we have at our disposal today, and a lot of their amalgamated gold, well, more or less 50% of their gold was blown out the back of their sluices and returned back to the creek. So we are going to start working all these cracks and crevices in the bedrock, and we're going to see how much of this amalgamated gold we can accumulate for a few hours worth of crevicing. I've been here for about 10 minutes off camera. I done a few test pans out of the lighter material just in this bedrock, and we managed to get a few little specks of lead shot. So I figured let's get the bait pump down inside this and see what is hiding on the very bottom of those crevices. We also have a boil hole just here that I may scratch out. And some of these crevices are very well packed with gravels, which is a good sign for looking for gold. Oh God, this is going to take a while. Let's have a wash back and see what we're looking at, if we've got anything. Oh yeah, I see something brown, probably a bit of pyrite. That's what that is, a piece of pyrite from the old stamp mill. Looks like gold, just fool's gold that. Alright, we got two micro little dots of mercury. Just at the tip of my finger there, and there's another piece just there. If I can get that angle to get the shine off it, but we will add that into the snuffer bottle. Now, I'm not worried if any other gold that I accumulate today becomes coated in mercury, because I will eventually retort all the mercury off the gold at a later date. But the reason why I'm interested in the mercury or the amalgamated gold is because all you have to do is find one crevice and all that mercury any gold that was in that crevice is going to be all bound together into one little chunk. We have not had much luck in the way of finding amalgam, but we have started working a nice crevice below the water here. Just bait pumping this out and prying out all the hard packed gravels and getting down nice and deep into it. So I will continue on working that crevice, and once we got the pan loaded up, we'll see what we got in it, eh? Are we going to find any amalgam or any little pickers in this pan's worth of material, or are we going to get skunked on it? Let's find out. Rake out some of these larger stones. Check for little nuggies if you want, or not. Throw them back. It's entirely up to you. We've got some iron, which is just here, a bit of lead, some lead shot as well. We've got a piece of mercury right there, a couple of microscopical little specks of gold here and here, but this is the piece we're really after. Now that's one pan, and that's the chunk of amalgam I got out of that. That, once the amalgam has been retorted off it, it would probably be about 0.1 of a gram worth of gold, which isn't much, but when you work in crevices in an area where they have processed gold with amalgam and mercury and all that, it doesn't take long to accumulate quite a bit of gold. It's all sort of just clumped together. Every pan will be a hit and miss, but when you hit it, you'll get some nice chunky gold. So we are going to target these roots that are sort of wedged down in this crevice. We'll pull that out, throw it in the pan. With a bit of luck, I'll be retiring this afternoon. Oh yeah. That's where it's at. Up my leg. This is where the best gold gets caught up most of the time. Oh, yes. Okay, let's process through this. That took me the best part of half an hour to break through all those roots and get all the material out of it. So let's go pan her on out and just see if I just wasted half an hour of my time. Does not look too promising. I do see lead in here though. Well, at least we got some lead, cleaning up the environment. We got 1 and 2 pieces of lead. I think that's lead. Won't know until we get it home. So I'll just add all that in the snuffer bottle for the sake of it. Now that we have removed all the roots out of here, I think it might be worth getting the bait pump into it and going for round 2 to see what's on the bottom. Now, if you're liking what you're seeing so far, go down, hit the like button. It would really help the channel grow a little bit. And if you are new to the channel and not a subscriber yet, please go down, hit the little red button and turn on bell notifications. That way you will not miss a video when I upload my regular weekly uploads. So, with all that being said, let's get back in, start bait pumping and see how we go. One and 2. It is unfortunate we didn't get a nice big juicy chunk of amalgam in that pan's worth of material, but on the bright side we got 2 little pieces of gold. What I shall do is empty out this snuffer bottle before I pack up and move on to a new location, and I'll show you a look at everything that we have accumulated from this particular slab of bedrock. Jeez, I got my tongue twisted on that one, didn't I? I honestly thought we would do a heck of a lot better than what we actually did, but it is what it is. You can't be on the gold every single time you go out prospecting. But I am happy with my results for today, considering we've only been here for about, I don't know, 2 hours at the most. Okay, so we've got a piece of amalgamated gold just there. We've got a piece of mercury just there, which probably has gold in it. We've got a few little pieces up in the back here, nothing really too substantial, but it is yellow and I will take that. Now, if you are at home wondering what amalgamated gold is, to put it as simple as I can possibly put it, it is gold that has come in contact with mercury. Now, back in the old days, there was a stamp mill further upstream, and the old timers did use mercury on copper tables to gather up their gold or accumulate their gold. The gold would travel over these mercury tables and it would more or less amalgamate with the mercury and basically just stick to the table until they come along, scraped it off and sent it off to be refined. The amalgam that we are actually finding today is just stuff that has blown out the back of their sluices. It is not the safest gold to be finding, but providing you know what you're doing and know how to handle it, you should be fairly safe dealing with this mercury coated gold. I would not advise burning it in any way, shape or form, and if you have no idea how to retort gold, I would suggest just leaving it be and let someone else who has knowledge on retorting gold to handle that for you. Otherwise it could be quite fatal. I thought I would just mention that because we do have a lot of people that are starting out with gold prospecting, and in this particular area there is quite a bit of amalgamated gold, and often people will hear the words just burn it, and they burn it, and obviously they're going to have a lot of trouble coming with that. Okay, so I will love yous and leave yous with that. I do apologise this video is another short, sharp one, but hey, we're going to start pumping out some regular content and get back into it full time again. Now, with all that being said, I will sign off from here. Peace, I'm out, and I'll see yous in the next video.